right, here we are, Bible Quiz Fellowship game day for a special interview. We have Richard Dietzel with us. Richard, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching our videos.
Big fan, big fan.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're a big fan of you.
Have you on?
Okay, yeah. Richard is assistant coaching Ribbon this year, and he head coached Ribbon last year after assisting for a few other years before that. Yeah, so good to have you here.
Thank you. Great to be here.
It's always a pleasure to quizmaster or compete against summit teams, and especially Ribbon. I know one of my quizzers today mentioned how much they appreciated getting a note from a Ribbon quizzer saying they've been praying for him. So we really appreciate that spirit that you bring to the tournament. I'm going to ask you some questions. Austin, maybe? Austin, go ahead.
Yeah. So as you said, Richard, you have been involved with Ribbon over the last several years, assistant coaching and head coaching, and that team has had a lot of success, consistently placing, in the top three and getting on stage year after year. And so my question is, as a coach, what are the top one or two strategies you could say, or things that you do to motivate those quizzers and bring them success in quizzing and also in the sportsmanlike way they go about everything as well, which I think is very noticeable.
Yeah, I think really Ribbon quizzers are really self-motivated, and I think there's a Ribbon culture that goes back to 2004 when the team was started, and I think everyone that ever makes Ribbon every year, sees the high standard that's been set, from the teams before them, and they want to just match that. So really, they really want to motivate themselves to do it. And I think what coaches can do is really look at the individual quizzers that make up the team and see what their strengths are, see what their personalities are, and see how they need to be encouraged, do they need to be challenged, just be available for them, have practices and extra things to do just to really to get them to be able to review and that kind of thing. But really, when it comes down to it, they really are self-motivated themselves.
I just have a quick follow-up on that. Have you coached anything else in your life? Coached other stuff?
Coach, sports teams and things.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded like a coach. That's a good thing to have, yeah. Some experience.
Big sports fan,
Yeah.
Royals fan,
Yeah,
world champion.
unfortunately.
Sorry. AL Central close here, but yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. I rooted for them in the World Series the year before the Mets.
All right.
I was rooting for the Mets.
All right. Well, going along that kind of sports theme, how sports has a lot of fantasy type aspects to it. We have a little bit of a fantasy league going here for Bible Quizzing Nationals. Saturday's coming up here very soon, even sooner than we were thinking. But who do you think from Summit would be some quizzers to watch for come Saturday for fantasy scoring? Because you know how we do. 75% of it's individual, but then there is a factor of team placement and error percentage, answering correctly percentage. Who do you find maybe two or three quizzers that you would be wanting us to look out for?
Okay, I'll start with just Summit quizzers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start with, say, a team like 7-Up and a quizzer, a great quizzer that I have on my regular season team, Defenders, Jenny Chasteen. She's got all the material. I think she's going to be, I don't know what she's averaging so far, but I think she's someone to watch out for. Literate Owls, I'd say somebody like a Derek Freeman, one of my quizzers on my regular season team. So would have my great quizzer there too. And also, Hannah McClurg and Caleb McClurg on that team. So that's a great team. Love that team, Literate Owls. Moxie, what a great team there too. Enoch Phillips, Jesse Gunkel, Anna Clements. Leave somebody out there. They're all great. Love that team. And of course on Ribbon, Josiah and Maggie Monington, Jonathan McClure, and all the rest of them. Can't leave them out. They're my team, but those are some of the ones I'm sure I missed somebody. So
Yeah. So if you're out there and you're in a daily Bible quizzing fantasy league, consider picking those up for tomorrow.
Check the waiver wires.
All right. Yeah, we haven't got into that yet. That may be a good quizzing fundraiser. All right. Anyway, just kidding about that. But in case you're wondering, so like fantasy baseball or fantasy football, we draft quizzers into fantasy leagues, and it's a fun time. Great to see how quizzers perform. Rich, my question for you is, for those who may be watching these videos and wondering what the heck we're talking about with Bible quizzing, maybe they haven't had much of an experience with it, what are some reasons that you would think of to tell someone why they should get involved with Bible quizzing as an adult, say? So say you're an adult watching these. Why should you get involved as an adult?
Yeah, I think it's just the best thing ever. When my son Michael got involved, I think back back around 2005, so the 2005-2006 year, and somebody at our church, Countryside, told us about it, and we're like, okay, that's interesting, let's do it. And I remember they talked about going to nationals in 2000, I think it was Omaha, and we were like, what is nationals? And you know, we went the next year in 2007, like the Ozarks, and Ribbon won, and it was my first, you know, nationals. It was great, and I was like, now I know what they were talking about, how exciting it is. But I think why get involved is because it combines, you know, memorizing God's word and putting the word in kids' hearts, and you know, helping them to, you know, not just memorizing things so they can have head knowledge, but actually memorizing the word so they can use it throughout their lives to, you know, situations come up so they can speak truth to others, to themselves, to counsel, those kinds of things. And then the competitive aspect of quizzing just makes it such a fun thing, you know. And so that's why I would say, because it's just a great ministry. It's focused on the word, and the competitiveness just makes it fun, and it makes you want to review your material. You know, I do a little bit of adult quizzing in the regular season, and I memorize along with the kids, and I you know, work with them in the practices and quiz with them in the practices, and it's a motivation for me to memorize. It's not the only, you know, motivation, but when I know that I'm going to be tested on it in a quiz, so I think that, you know, it's just I just love this ministry, and it's just so happy to be able to do it.
On that note,
Definitely shows.
yeah, I'd just like to, you know, say thanks for, you know, your one coach, as an example of adults being involved, who I've noticed your children have, for the most part, graduated and moved along, and you're still involved, and that's really great to see. And it's a very encouraging thing when I have the little ones coming up, and yours already gone to be involved, and so thanks a lot.
All right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah, we appreciate it, and it's great that you came on. We appreciate it,
Yeah,
and
this is awesome.
yeah,
This is one of my favorite things on YouTube.
Tell all your friends.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing more from you
Okay.
tomorrow and having a good day.
All
See
right.
ya.
Thanks.